Hello, everyone. Hello, and welcome to this month's episode of Phantasy Star House Party. Hello. It is me, SkullsNightshade, with a little bit of a different appearance since last time you guys saw me, if you don't keep up with my streams otherwise. Look who I found. Look who's with me.
Somehow, Gwiz returned. Hello, everybody. Good to see you. It's been a while. ARKS Defenders. Good to stop by Planet Alpha for afternoon fun, checking out your creative spaces. And yeah, thank you, Skulls, for having me on. And yeah, let's have some fun.
Of course. So, before we get started, Gwiz, where have you been? We missed you.
Thank you for these following questions that are definitely not planted at all. I mean, I've been around, so kind of like I mentioned in that last. So, okay, real quick for anyone who's new, my name is Alyssa Moore, aka gwizofthestars, in game and online. I'm a community manager at SEGA of America, and I'm handling a number of different games and IPs as part of the department I'm in, including but not limited to PSO2 NGS. Around a year ago, a lot of people may have remembered that I hosted a show called NGS Headline Plus. We had a lot of fun. And then we tried to do something new, and that kind of brought us to Phantasy Star House Party. So, to answer your question, I've been around, I've just been kind of like helping out Phantasy Star, kind of from the background looking in. I don't know, a bird's eye in the sky, something like that, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, it's been fun watching this show kind of grow and evolve, and watching you host it. It's been really cool.
Thank you. Well, I am glad to have you. Also, we got some Gwiz lore.
Oh, yeah, but I'm sure.
Yeah. So, as far as PSO2, I know you said you do a lot of things. As far as PSO2, what kinds of things have you been involved in within the last year since we saw you last?
Yeah, so I mean, still doing stuff kind of reporting what we see on social media to the dev team across seas. Kind of summarizing that stuff, looking at stats, that kind of stuff. The kind of stuff I've always done, even back when I was hosting shows. But, kind of what changed, I guess you could say, more than anything is that, as version 2 was coming out and we were doing Headline Plus, there was sometimes on that show where, I think things got confused and, I definitely, I think phrased things sometimes poorly in a way that led players on, so I definitely want to say sorry for that if you ever felt that way about anything I said. But, at the time I thought to myself, maybe myself as a host is not necessarily conductive to a healthy, community in the same way I'd been doing it. And also I felt like Headline should speak for itself. And then I also saw what you're doing with your Ship 3 events and stuff like that. That was really inspiring, and the creative space coming, instead of expanding Headline Plus, I was like, let's make a house party show and just kind of have fun every month. And it's also been really cool to kind of hand off the torch to you in a certain way, if that makes sense. I've never been a big time streamer or someone, but you have so much experience, and it's been really cool to watch you take over. So sorry, I could ramble forever. You all know this.
You're making me blush.
Aw. Yeah. But,
yes.
I mean, basically, I just wanted to kind of put I kind of wanted to help Headline speak for itself, not get in the way of Headline in the way that the players interpret it, and also elevate a community creator. So I feel like this was kind of the best outcome for all that, right?
I am so glad I get to host the show. And you know what? No worries, Gwiz. You're looking at it the same way that we are. And if everyone put to merit the things that a little bit different. But also I feel from a fan perspective too. And not knowing things in the background, if we frame things as creators a certain way sometimes, it might be taken the wrong way. So
yeah,
totally
nuance,
understood.
Right?
Yeah,
well, I appreciate you saying that. Definitely, I think a big theme of, the times in which I was hosting shows for Phantasy Star was kind of learning how to speak to this specific type of community. An MMO community is not something I had ever necessarily worked with before, so it's been cool. And I'm still enjoying it. I still love, seeing all the cool things that Phantasy Star players are posting online, the creative spaces, the various screenshots, the characters that y'all make, and so let's keep it going, y'all.
Yeah. Yes. Well, I know since we've last seen you, one thing we've seen is the Phantasy Star remix, which sounds absolutely amazing.
Oh, thank you for another not planted question. Oh my goodness.
So how did that all come together?
So it's interesting. So, I've seen a lot of theories as to how it came together, but it was really simple as this, is that if you remember a few years ago, we had the Fantasy Festival. Sorry. Mm-hmm. It's been a while. The Fantasy Festival where we had all the different DJs play.
That was awesome.
And that was super fun, right? That went over really well. And so we presented that to SOJ. Like, y'all may have remembered there was a Headline Plus episode where I went to Japan for Tokyo Game Show. While I was over there, I was like showing them how and why that particular stream performed better than relative to a lot of the other different types of stream shows we did at the time. And they were like, nice, let's work on something together kind of in the same spirit. So, just going down the list, immediately my head went to, well, everyone's been asking for Crush 40 and Sonic type music for this game. So and I already had a connection to Jun Sonoy. So Sonoy-san, who worked on the A World Beyond the Sky remix with me, he, he's like a Sonic composer. So he wrote songs like Escape from the City and Live and Learn, Crush 40, that's his band. So it was really cool to be able to bring that sound to our game in a way that's kind of, authentic to his style, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And then there was the Rob KTA remix, which who's someone who performed at the Fantasy Festival, and is someone who plays in GS and is a really talented musician, so that was really cool too. Then we had Ska Tune Network, which it's like a meme. People are like, put ska in video games, right? And so we actually did it. That was fun.
You did. It sounded great.
We did. I mean, that's all on Jer, so congrats to them. And then lastly, kind of like a collaboration between Skyrocket and Emmy Jones to do a cover of PSO2 Eternal Encore. So, and then all the artists involved too, So it was a really cool project. Essentially, it just came out of the success of Fantasy Festivals that SOJ challenged us to kind of create something in that same spirit.
Oh yeah, Fantasy Festival just in general changed a lot of ways that we looked at events in PSO. Just the way that you brought it together. I know as a streamer.
Definitely not just me. Believe me, definitely not just me. So but the whole team.
Yeah, it's just outstanding the way that you had all four ships together in unison, enjoying that one thing.
Well, it was fun.
It's
We're doing it with this show too. So
And that's what I love about this, is it gives me a chance to see everyone on all ships, because I'm a homebody, I feel like, as a player. So I'm stuck on ship 3 most of the time.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's where you're well known. That's your home ship. Everyone knows Skulls is from ship 3, as far as I'm concerned. So,
but before we explore the space, do you have anything else that you want to share with us? That you want to tell us? Anything?
Yeah, I mean, actually, hints? One thing really specific. No hints today. Sorry, I've left that part, that life behind. No more hints.
Oh, I tried, Chat.
No, it's sorry, guys. But I will say, there is now, since the last time we talked, there is something I can point at that's very specific, in which the global community, contributed to the way that this game is run. In the sense that y'all know the reward box, right? Mm-hmm. Where you get items and stuff like that. That was an addition to the game a couple years ago. So that's something that came directly from the feedback that we were delivering from global players, is that people wanted a more sense of a reward. And obviously that's a general kind of feedback that could be conceived in a lot of ways. But one of the ways in which it manifested was that particular feature. So I just wanted to say that, reward box, that's something that global NGS players can point to that was y'all's contribution through your feedback. That is a tangible thing I can point to and say definitively that was what our crowd helped contribute to the game.
Let's go global.
So feel good about that for what it's worth. I know obviously, a lot of people want fundamental changes to systems and the way the games work, and obviously I mean, I hear all that too, but this is one way we can point at right now, is that you know, this particular portion of the audience, because obviously, you know, PSO2 is a big thing in Japan, you know, comparatively to the whole world. So
it's huge.
Yeah, probably all, and we'll keep forwarding that feedback along and making these long PowerPoint presentations where like, this is what the game should have, and hopefully things get better as they do from now and towards the future, whatever that may or may mean. So yeah,
I love it.
Love y'all. Let's explore this space though. Enough about me. Like, goodness, the most attention I've gotten in a long time. Yeah, this place is awesome.
His attention.
Oh, well.
It's so pretty. It's giving me like enchanted forest vibes.
Definitely. Oh man, that's a throwback. Definitely. Yeah, this one really impressed me. I always check out all the different like spaces that people submit through the Discord. That's one of the things I'm doing in the background is I'm like looking through these like creative spaces, for example, for this show. And this one was really particularly impressive. I mean, all of them that y'all submit are awesome, but this one really, I think, wowed us quite a bit from the team perspective.
Oh yeah. Oh, I just thought about it. The cool thing about you joining is you have a little bit of insight on that as well. Yeah.
So basically, I partner with folks, like director level folks on the SOJ side, show them like short videos of me kind of just running through the creative space. If there's like a game that people make in their creative space, I'll play the like game and like try to figure out the puzzle or whatever it may be, and then send them an email. They say, feature these ones, and then we do that. Simple as that.
Nice.
But yeah, if y'all want to submit your creative spaces, you can do so in the official Discord. So,
and don't ever feel like you don't have a chance. You always have a chance. This is beautiful. This is like a really classy. I don't know where
lobby.
We are. Like I wonder if this is like a venue or a house.
Yeah. So I mean, it's the NGS Japan Hotel. So.
It is literally a hotel.
Yeah. It's pretty cool though. Like you can take these like these little warp points, into the room and up the elevator and stuff. I was checking this out the other day.
Ooh, this room. Side note, thank you for glass. I've never said that sentence, but thank you for glass.
I didn't do anything, but I don't know, I'm glad that the glass is working out. Like you can see through the window over here, yeah.
That's so nice.
But yeah, one thing I will say, if y'all are trying to get your creative spaces featured, just like one key thing that I don't think we've said before is that, like if you remake something from like an anime or another video game or something like that, it's harder to get that, approved because it's like another like intellectual property, right? So like if you make like a recreation of an anime scene or something like that, we may like it a lot, but may not be able to feature it, if that makes sense. So just some guidance that original ideas are what we're able to show on the actual show. So.
I'm in the bathroom. I don't know why I was so amused by the bathroom. It was a very, very nice bathroom. Yeah. It feels private until you turn around.
Yeah. That's
kitchen.
Not a one way. You can see right in and out. So.
Oh, you can open the little cabinets. That's so cute. I never thought about doing that. I didn't even know you can make doors that small.
This one, like, it's to scale really well.
That's an issue, like, I know I have, is sometimes I make things too big. I make rooms for giants, and I have to knock it down. Got a nice, comfy room here. I feel like I would honestly stay at a hotel like this. This looks really nice.
Like, penthouse kind of vibes, right?
Yeah.
This reminds me of like in GTA Online when you get like a lot of money.
Right? It's just missing the big garage.
Yeah, exactly.
We even have our Kumas dancing on the table.
Yeah, goodness, we're
pretty
making it rain over here.
Chat, and I'm the sus one.
I've been sus for life, you know that.
This is true. Okay, there's two different, Okay, I'm in the lobby. Does this take you to somewhere else?
There may have been spots.
Oh, this isn't a teleport. Okay. I thought maybe that other elevator took you somewhere else. It's the NPC elevator.
I see. Oh yeah, the little they have like little character blurbs too. Very cute.
Yeah. I feel you guys with the GTA vibes, yeah.
It really does have that kind of like luxury feel.
Mm-hmm. Even the way the teleporters work, like the elevators, feels very GTA.
Definitely.
Oh, they broke the elevator. Oh.
Uh-oh.
I see. Out of service. Sorry for anyone who lives on that or who is staying on that wing. You can't get there.
It's honestly hard to tell what biome this is in just from looking at it, because like there's like only a couple of shots where you can see kind of the edges. I guess this is Aleo Islands? I can't tell, honestly.
You know?
The trees, it's gotta be, right? I don't know.
Oh, you're outside. I was like, wait, where are you? Oh, I see.
Don't worry about me, I'm just running around.
I love the doors. I love it. I love the teleport in and out. But yeah, I can't really tell either. Is there so much like terraforming, I guess you could kind of do with just like rocks and bushes.
Appears to be Aleo, according to the in-game chat. We're getting some answers.
I see.
So.
This is gorgeous.
We got Lilipan Fran in the chat with the Aerosmith reference. I can appreciate that. I was listening to Aerosmith today. I'm not gonna lie. This is a guilty pleasure of mine.
Oh, I wish I could jump out. I want to explore the plant life. Oh, this would be a good spot for screenshots, maybe? No, I think inside would be good for screenshots. Like in the lobby.
Yeah, in the lush lobby. The luxe lobby, as it were.
Like, this is pretty fancy. I feel like the screenshot is kind of a flex. All right, maybe we can do it at an angle here. Screenshots here. Come, friends. This is absolutely gorgeous.
It's giving continental breakfast. That's what I would say. It's giving toothpicks. You know what I'm saying? Like hotel vibes. Card keys. The works.
All right, let's see. What pose are we gonna do? Let's just do this. I'm just gonna change my idol to this one. There we go.
Bixie, I feel like we have a lot of pictures over the various shows we've done where you're kind of just posed in front of my character just like that. I've definitely seen that before.
I feel like that's most of them.
Yeah, just the Rappy looking off into nothing.
There's a big Arkuma.
A big old hat, too.
I think you'll be fine if you could take off the hat, maybe?
Are they? I don't think they're blocking.
I forgot how to take screenshots.
Much. At least on my end, you know, you have to like jump to reset or whatever.
It's all good. We work with
angles.
I've got a
couple good screenshots on my end already, so.
There we go.
I'm seeing a lot of familiar names in the chat. I know a lot of y'all are like Discord members and people who are in the chat during Headline Plus days, so it's good to see y'all again.
I think that's my favorite part of events is like starting to like recognize names and see familiar faces.
Yeah, the regulars, as it were. definitely. Big thank you to everyone back about a year ago who hung out in my creative space during that last episode. That was super fun. I was blessed to have you all there. Sorry, that was going somewhere. I was gonna ask, are you doing any like community events? I know you just had your model debut, so this is a new VTuber model, yeah?
Yeah. We did a debut with new lore and new aesthetic, all kinds of stuff. I've been working really hard on that, so I'm happy it's done. It was very stressful, but I'm happy it's done. Thank you.
We love a re-debut, as it were.
I feel much happier like this. And as far as events go, I have like a few. Like this weekend, we have a medieval style fashion show, the Midsummer, I don't remember what it's called, Midsummer something event. Midsummer Fantasy, there we go, Midsummer Fantasy event. And that's going to be on Ship 3 around 6 p.m. EST. Before that, I'm actually going to be joining my friend Zarataro on a charity stream and playing Sonic Adventure 2. And the weekend after, me and 2 other official creators join Killen and Pop Tarts. I think we might have one other judge. I don't know if we've confirmed the other judge, but we're doing a fashion show on all 4 ships. So that should be a very interesting event. And we have one representative from all ships. So yeah, but I'll have more info on that very soon. Very soon.
Sorry, I was getting distracted by your like scene bangs on your avatar. I really appreciate that. That's my generation right there.
Yeah. I've always liked this hairstyle. Like, I don't know. I feel like I always go back to it one way or another.
Yeah, it's retro cool too, I think now. A lot of people like on TikTok will do it and stuff like that, so. But yeah, that's cool. You got a lot going on. You're always hosting stuff. A lot of people doing different kinds of events. We haven't even mentioned Line Strike, which came to the game recently. You know?
Yes, I know there's people hosting Line Strike events. I don't know. I just want to see the future of that because I feel like that's going to go really far.
Yeah, I'd like to see some, rivalries, perhaps. I just got back from EVO. I don't know if y'all know what that is, but it's like the world's biggest fighting game tournament. I'm sure several of you do know, but people getting up at each other's faces, we already are. Everyone's always talking mess in Central City anyway. Might as well, settle it in Line Strike.
One of our previous official creators, Amethyst Lady, was actually in EVO.
Yeah. Oh, really? Oh, very cool.
She was kicking some butt.
I did see another official creator at EVO, but I'm not gonna name who. So.
Oh, I see.
Yes.
Secrets.
Yes. Shush. I'm big on healthy competition and competition scenes. So I hope organically Line Strike kind of finds that niche. I think if y'all haven't already checked it out, also the Line Strike kind of stadium creative spaces have been added to the official creative space list. So check that out too.
They're really nice. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and head to Ship 2. But yes, they look really good.
I'll see you later.
It's my favorite part, the knocked part. Makes me happy.
So I've got to ask, since you're going to be streaming Adventure 2, how are you aligned across, I guess we could say, the Chow scale? Are you Team Dark alignment? Are you Team Hero alignment? Or are you Team Neutral?
Usually they end up being Dark Chows just because I play with Rouge. So I pat them and they turn into Dark Chows. But honestly, just any of the gem chows I think are my favorite overall.
Gotcha.
And then the chaos versions of those. So when they get their pretty glowy eyes. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. So we're going to Pallaeon's Retem room. This one's really cool. I was checking this one out the other day too.
Here goes my slow typing. Alright guys, do you want to see the oldest being in the entire world type? Enjoy.
Hey, I'm on a controller today, so, I'm not doing much better.
There we go. Alright. Pallaeon's Retem home. Oh, hi.
Let's see. Oh, wow. Hello, everybody.
Just go ahead and give you some kudos. Hello, cuties. Hello, ship 2 cuties.
Hello, everybody. Familiar names, familiar faces on a familiar ship, I should say.
Ah, yes, this is the home of Gwiz.
Well, this is the home of Pallaeon, but yes, this is my own home ship.
You know what I meant.
Yes, I know. I love the big owl right here. It's actually bigger than the mini Rappy suit.
Wait, where? Oh, I see it. Oh my god, it is bigger than you.
Hello. Birds of a feather, we're sticking together, you know, so.
I see glowy colors. My way of making decision is, ooh, pretty, shiny, glowy.
Real. I was gonna say, this one just makes good use of kind of like creating like an established like campground, and then you've got your different like little areas you can go to, use the space well. Use this outdoor space.
I love the fact that this is a nightclub literally made with just the nightclub parts.
I know, right? It's on theme. You even got the
I respect it.
You got the Oracle font up at the top. One says love. I can't read it exactly, but I'm sure some of y'all...
I see the love now.
Yeah, some of y'all could probably decipher it a little better than I can. The font underneath, I learned this a couple years ago. The font underneath the cap that my Rappy is wearing says Scandal Girl, which I thought was very amusing.
Let me see.
All things considered. You see underneath the cap?
Oh, there we are.
Like, yeah.
I see it now!
Yeah. Oh, I moved, but...
I feel like I can't see it until... Scandal Girl.
I guess that's an Oracle. That's like a fashion brand. It kind of reminds me of like...
That sounds like a fashion brand.
Yeah, it's got to be, right? So.
It's pretty on point. Okay. Before we move on. Wait. We have to do the thing. All right, everyone. Either dance to, or you can copy me.
I didn't have dance to on this character. I don't know.
You have to. Everyone has dance to.
Do I? Do you have it? Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, right. Forgot which one it was. See? Shows how long it's been since I've done it. I'm kind of I think I'm a Dance 22 person myself, always, but...
I see. I'm a Dance 20 person.
Gotcha. Let's get that impression going here.
Dance to the universal emote. That's why I love it so much. It's a silly little dance, yeah, but everyone can do it.
It's based off a real-world dance. I don't know the exact name of it.
Really?
But I'm sure some of y'all who know Japanese culture better than I probably know what it is. Someone at the tournament I just went to, Evo, actually, did that dance as part of a pop-off. You may have seen some of his other antics.
I think I like it even more now.
Is it working? There you go. Yeah. Yeah,
you look like you're trapped. Oh, there we are.
I'm trapped between all kinds of ARKS defenders. Arthur Ray's in the chat's like, so it's a small nightclub out in the middle of the boonies. Yeah, it's kind of got like that dive bar vibe, you know, like when you're like driving on a highway late at night and just like a bar in the middle of nowhere. It kind of feels like that. A little bit of an oasis in the desert.
I love it. All right, breaking the circle. I had to do it.
Oh, Master MKP just entered the room. Hello, good to see you. Co-host from last episode, I believe.
MKP! Yes, MKP did a wonderful job.
Yeah, I would say so.
Alright, I want to see the house. I think that's what this is.
I was going to ask you a question. Over the last year or so, since version 2 launched, what has been your favorite addition to the game, overall?
Creative Space, 100%.
Yeah, Creative Space, which was like the launch content. So, I mean, that makes sense for you. That totally makes 100% sense. I didn't want to mention it.
I still stand by the fact that Creative Space could stand alone as its own game. If it had a couple more features, like, some of the things we can't include because of multiplayer, like undo and things like that, it could stand alone as its own game, and I would play it.
I definitely have had the thought, like, man, imagine if NGS launched for Creative Space. But that being said, it is a really cool feature. I definitely have been enjoying checking them out kind of from the outside looking in through this show. So, Ready Boy, hello in the chat. Good to see you. I see, nulling people. I see. Anyway, that being said, can we get free Creative Space rental pass? I don't know if I can do that. I don't know if I can have that kind of pull for you. But
I definitely love Creative Space. I think it's my favorite. It's been my favorite. Okay, so the first day, I don't know if I told you this story. The very first day Creative Space launched, I accidentally streamed for 25 hours. Oops.
I remember that happening, actually. I don't think we talked about it, but I do remember that happening, and maybe you tweeting about it. Wolfie, I see you in the chat. Hello, good to see you too. But I wanted to specifically mention Story Chapter 7.
Ooh.
The one, I don't know if you've gotten to play it yet, and I won't spoil anything from it, but
all I will say is that it was amazing.
I will say that it was my favorite part of the story yet, personally, just because it really resonates with what I like out of Phantasy Star a lot. And I saw that kind of same sentiment from a lot of people on the global side as well. Nameless City, which we launched earlier this year, when they were first showing that to us on the English-speaking side of the service, they really kind of phrased it as we think that this city is more in line with what people liked about PSO2 and stuff like that. And the fact where it's set, people kind of wanted something that was beyond Halpha. So, know that they kind of worked on that stuff with a lot of the, wants of the greater fan base, on both sides of the service. In mind.
I will say, Nameless City is my favorite piece of combat content. I know it's not a whole lot going on right now, but I absolutely love it. I love it. I love it. It's just, I get to do what I like doing best. Running around, picking up stuff, and killing things.
Fair enough. Well,
getting rid of those dolls and those starless.
I just like the whole city the way it's laid out, personally. It's I'm kind of a screenshot person, so I love
yes, it is
taking
amazing for screenshots.
Yeah. I'm glad we have actually someone from the House Party Alliance in attending today, because I wanted to. Here's some deep lore about Phantasy Star House Party, the show.
Oh, I was like, House Party Alliance. Lore.
Yeah, you know the one I'm talking about, the House Party Alliance. So when I pitched this show as okay, we have this person in the community who does a great job, at hosting community shows. I think she'd be a better host for this kind of stuff. We could go into creative spaces. It makes all this. It was just basically saying why it makes a lot of sense. I called it internally. We were calling it ARKS House Party, not Phantasy Star House Party yet. And if I remember correctly, and I could be wrong here, I believe the House Party Alliance on Ship 2 was at one point called ARKS House Party or something like that. So we didn't want to just completely take the name 100%, and that's where kind of we got the phrasing Phantasy Star House Party from. Which also kind of was in tandem with Phantasy Star Remix, so kind of putting things underneath the Phantasy Star banner rather than ARKS or PSO2 or NGS. But fun fact, House Party, y'all's alliance on Ship 2 kind of influenced the way we named this show. Just a fun fact.
That is amazing. I didn't know that.
I didn't want to just steal y'all's name, right? Because that we came up with that name independently, but then when I saw that alliance, I was like, oh crud, we can't do that. This is a really cool house, by the way.
This is gorgeous.
I don't know if we've seen the owner around yet, but if you're checking this out later, I believe your name would be Pallaeon, right? This is a really cool spot. Thank you for having us. Submitting it.
Yes. it feels very neat, but it feels very like people live here and roam here.
Yeah, very lived in feeling, I would say.
Okay, that was the posters. Let's see, what is this room? Oh. All right, see you guys later. It's been a busy week for Skulls. I'm taking a bath break.
Has it been a busy week? It is Friday after all. Have you been streaming a lot?
So I decided when I came back that I was going to give myself no days off. Oops.
Okay.
I just signed up for an event and planned all these events with people. We just did a 2-day Year of Shadow event. I was sick one of the days. Yeah. I was sick one of the days, so some other community members kind of took over streaming it. But yeah, we had, the first day was a fashion show. Just kind of show us your edgy fashion. And the second day was a combat event, kind of themed off of Sonic the Hedgehog. So they ran triggers, went through Nameless City, and just kind of based it off of defeating Eggman and Black Doom, and did UQs and things like that. It was really, really cool. I had to watch from bed that day.
Can we talk about that for a second? Black Doom in the year 2024. We're talking about Black Doom. Oh my gosh, Shadow Generations. I'm so excited for, guys. I am personally.
I'm surprised they didn't change the name. But yes, I'm excited as well.
Yeah,
I'm so excited.
I am very excited. It's yeah, I mean, obviously, Phantasy Star Online specifically, and Sonic Adventure 2 kind of go hand in hand. A lot of people don't know this. A lot of people do know this too, but if you bought a copy of Phantasy Star Online on Dreamcast, it came with Sonic Adventure 2, the Trial Edition, which was a demo before release.
Oh.
You could play Escape, or you could play City Escape. But
what? That's so cool. Yeah. I know. So I remember Adventure 2 had Phantasy Star skins. I forgot how I got those though. A friend of mine showed me how to get those, but I don't remember.
There's an even lesser known Phantasy Star Easter egg inside of Sonic Adventure 2. So
really?
Well, there's a couple. I mean, there's the obvious one that most people can spot, which is when you're, the boss right after City Escape, where it's there's the gun mech. We can see the Phantasy Star billboard in the background.
I remember spot, the billboard.
Right? So most people can see that one, but there's also a very hidden one in Mad Space. So, Mad Space, the Rouge level, late into the Dark Story. So, if you, from where you spawn at the beginning, kind of like that planetoid with 3 different pathways.
Yeah.
If you go down, if you go immediately down and look around kind of the center area, you'll be able to find a PSO1 style box pickup that you can pick up and throw you could an item in the Chow Garden or something like that. So,
is that what that was?
Neat little Easter egg.
I always thought that they were kind of weird. I was like, do these go in something? Because it was a blue one, a green one, I think, too. Or maybe it was just blue.
I think it may have just been blue. I can't remember. But yeah, that down there that's a PSO reference. A lot of people don't know that.
I spent hours just going through the stage trying to stick it in random places, those little things on the ground with the signs. I'm like, maybe if you match the colors. Meanwhile, it's just an Easter egg. That's so funny. Wow.
Yeah, a lot of people don't know it. But
I feel like I'm learning so much, G-Wiz. Thank you for teaching me.
Hey, I'll tell you one thing that has been awesome about getting to do what I get to do for a living is connecting with all kinds of creators, people who've been involved in games that I grew up playing, not limited to Phantasy Star, but also Puyo Puyo and Sonic and all kinds of different other IPs. So it's been really neat to not only know these little different references and Easter eggs and stuff like that, but also get to meet the people that made them reality all those years ago. So the cool part about working at a place like SEGA as opposed to just your average game publisher. So, but it is screenshot time, as you're saying here in the chat.
But yeah, that sounds awesome. And that's kind of how this whole adventure with Phantasy Star is. I always tell people on my stream that Phantasy Star literally changed my life. And I met some of my best friends. I met my now husband. I met so many amazing people and had so many amazing experiences that I've never had. I think before PSO, it was 7 years of streaming. I've never had these same experiences. And being able to work so closely with something even related to Sonic, like that's a dream because, you know, for a while Sonic was kind of like a meme and Sonic fans and all that. So it wasn't really that easy to be like a super proud Sonic fan without being made fun of online. And it's just like so different.
I know, don't worry.
And it's kind of funny that this is my avenue. Well, yeah, of course, you know.
Yeah, it's believe me, I've been a Sonic fan even longer than I've been a Phantasy Star fan. So, but yeah, it's just been cool, kind of to see how these things come together, like where the creators of these like kind of Dreamcast games end up working. So,
yeah, it's amazing, absolutely amazing. I love it. And New Genesis was my first ever experience. Well, no, I played a little bit of base game, but I was so confused. It was just so overwhelming to me. I was like, oh, what I'm doing. And I was kind of MMO hopping at that time, trying to like find one that really like clicked for me. But when I found NGS, even in the early days where there really wasn't a whole lot going on, like I still fell in love with the game and hanging out. And I've never been a lobby rat before in my life, but...
Well, I'm glad you found a home in Helfa, as it were. Yeah, I mean, like, definitely the base game, you know, has a unprecedented following in its own way. But yeah, I mean, that was kind of in the moment. I think a lot of people forget is that sometimes the systems were a little bit overwhelming, especially in the late game of PSO2. So I think that probably was intimidating to some players. You know, obviously there's a lot of players who thrive in that kind of stuff too. So it's kind of two sides of the same coin.
Looks like Chrono.
But yeah, exactly right. Yeah, I'm glad that, you know, from kind of like a fashion/creative perspective, you've been able to find your niche here in
NGS. I've always loved fashion. I never thought that my future would be fashion in MMOs, which like I've always every MMO I play, like I'm grinding for fashion, whether it's buying it or fighting a boss for the drop, and I just never really put it together like I did with NGS. But I remember the first thing I fell in love with was the character creator. I was like, this is insane! Like my character creation, when I did it on stream when I first played PSO2, was like an hour and a half long. And my chat was very confused.
A little overwhelming, perhaps. It was a lot of game all at once. To the person with the last name King in the chat, I hear you. I feel you. Don't worry, I got you. Yeah, Skulls is now our scene lord. That's so true. I like the little Sonic also you've got. Like a little hair clip.
Yes.
That's very cute.
I thought a Sonic pin would be cute. I mean, I would wear a Sonic pin anyway, so. All right, I love you, Ship2. Thanks for coming out.
Thank you, Ship2. As always.
Skulls can't type.
Back to confronting people in Central City. That's what y'all gotta go do. Go back to that. When was it? Alio, like 03, 04, whatever it is. It's always populated.
Is that what goes on here?
Oh yeah,
Alio.
Ship 2 is the most chaotic ship by far. Like we all know it, right? We're not even like. Let's not even like pretend it's not. Okay. Like,
I feel like Alio on any ship is kind of cursed, though.
Of course. I mean, that's classic Phantasy Star Online right there. That is classic PSO. They go to the most populated block, and there's always people talking mess. It was so much of a thing in Phantasy Star Universe that if you would walk by it, even on the Xbox 360 version, you have massive frame rate drips. Or drips,
oh my goodness.
Whenever you'd walk by like the most populated areas. But it is Ship 3 time.
Ship 3! My home!
Your home.
I love this mix of the song.
Which one is playing right now? I can't hear it.
It is, not Song of War. What's the first song Nautara sings?
Oh, it's the anniversary version of her song.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, it's like a little electro swing kind of version. Yeah, cool.
Oh, my quick menu was different. All right, I'm on the way. Ready for this installment of Skull's slow typing.
Let's see here. Yep. Typing in the number on a controller.
Oh wait, oops, I typed that wrong. I skipped like 2 numbers. There we go. All right. Setsugekka Mega onsen.
So you like spawn inside here.
Welcome home. Hi guys.
Ship 3 squad. Hello. 37 people. Wow.
Hello, cuties.
A lot of familiar faces once more here.
Yes.
More so to you than me, probably, but I do see quite a few people I remember. Oh, by the way, this is for the long-time PSO2 people who've been around since Global, at least, like launched in 2020. Guess who I saw at EVO over this week, last weekend? If anyone want to take a guess who I saw in the flesh, in person? This person, you may not even know this person, Skulls. Do y'all remember JJ Dragon? The co-host of ARKS Hour back in the day? See, that's this base game era. It was like 2020, early 2021. JJ saw me in the food court at EVO. I was like, Alyssa? I was like, JJ? He was like, Jared. And then we took a picture together. It was real cute.
That's awesome.
We'd done so many shows together. Like basically it was kind of like the global side headline for base. Was kind of the way I'd put it. But it was really cool to see him doing really well, looking good, and yeah.
Oh, they're so
Ship
cute.
3. Yeah, they're being so nice. Hello, everybody.
Ship 3 is very loving. Unless you go to Alio, but again, we had this discussion.
Of course.
Oh, hey, look! Gee-whiz!
What's up? Oh yeah, I saw it.
I found your grandma.
Yeah, this is Granny G-Wiz over here. She's like,
we got Granny Wiz.
Don't you recognize me? We're family. We even have the same haircut. Come on.
Oh, this is a cute little comfy room. Oh, you have your rooms layered. That is awesome.
I know, right? So cute. Yeah, I really respect the amount of time that folks put in to all this.
All the little details, I love it.
Yeah, really brings it all together.
Mm-hmm. Are these chairs? Ooh. Are you guys playing ping pong? It's a really tall middle thing. Alright, what's in here? Lone Black Wolf? What were you doing in here, huh?
See, in the
oh, it's
chat,
Battleship. That makes more sense.
Someone says, I've never seen a GM before. Yeah, just so you know, I don't have any special powers. It's just a badge, really. It's just for show. This is not my primary account that I actually play on. I use it for streams.
If you ever see the GM bird, make sure to give them head pats.
That's true. I will take your head pats, though.
Make sure to backslash la stroke.
But if you're
I messed that up.
Oh my goodness. Uh-oh.
Stop running away. Every time. I can't hide here.
Every Phantasy Star player's been there. Don't worry, it's okay.
I can't hide on live television.
That being said, guys, if you see GMG was running around the lobby and it's not during one of these shows, maybe tweet at me with a screenshot, because that's concerning. You shouldn't see this character running around, so I kind of have my own private character I play privately with, so.
This is a cute kitchen. I like the wood used for everything.
Oh yeah, looks great.
Looks slightly weathered. Oh, you gotta give the
other ones. Very lived-in feeling.
Mm-hmm. feel like that's the one thing that I struggle with when it comes to creating. Like, I'll make a place and it looks like a house, but it's almost like don't touch anything.
Yeah, that's the tough part, right? When do you know when to stop? When are you overcorrecting?
Yeah, exactly.
And you know what's funny is that's the same across pretty much all creative mediums, right? Whether you're an artist or a musician, like when are you done writing your song? When you're done making your piece, like it's tough.
Like sometimes you hone in and add extra details, and sometimes you have to have some restraint.
Yeah, knowing when to let go is also a good thing.
This is cool. I can see myself getting lost very quickly. All right, we zoom. This is perfect for someone like me, though. Full zoomies. It's great.
I know that the Rappy moves at the same rate when you're in a Rappy suit or not, but it feels faster when it's the Rappy running around.
It looks faster, too. Maybe it's because you're smaller.
That bird can run. Wow.
The bird is fast. Yeah, this spot is really fun to run around. I feel like it's good for screenshots because you can kind of get the same vibe from different angles.
It's funny you'd say that.
There's people on the roof.
Saying small people feel faster. I remember first time I played, I won't mention the game by name, but a certain influential action-adventure game where there is a time skip in the middle of it that was released in the late 90s. The first time I played the adult version of the character, it felt so much slower running around. I was like, why is he slow? But it's all about perspective, I guess. It's kind of an illusion.
Yeah, it's kind of like how the skip, the dash that's like long leap, I feel like it feels like you're going so much slower, and I think it's because of the movement.
And the animation also kind of gives that illusion. What do you say we do our screenshot on the roof?
Yeah.
Like overlooking with the maze in the background, you know?
I think so. There's a jet on the roof.
Wait, really?
Mm-hmm. There was a sign in the middle that said, "Don't forget to check the roof."
Oh.
It's very cute.
So I guess let's face with our backs to the tree in the maze over there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the camera is going to be looking.
Okay.
Let's. 45 people. Oh my goodness.
Whoa. Whoa. Ship 3.
Ship 3 came through.
You guys are crazy.
I think that's more than the maximum character limit. So I apologize, guys, if some of your characters don't render when we post the screenshot on social here in a bit.
I think it should be 50. Or are you using console right now?
I'm actually on a Xbox right now.
Yeah. Yeah, I think you guys are maxed at 32.
If you're able to get more rendered in, maybe for this particular ship, send me your screenshot. But
yeah, for sure. I can't promise it will be good.
That's okay.
Also, excuse me, I need to change my weapon camo. Don't mind me.
How we feeling about Mars, y'all?
Oh my god, I'm excited! I looked at some of the gameplay from the JP creators.
Yeah.
But I was so confused.
Yeah. They did.
I was so lost. I'm like, I don't know what any of this means, but it looks really, really good.
So I was told some of the feedback that they got from that session on that side, and it's a little overwhelming at first, is what I was told. So for those of y'all who are trying to, play it, to the top of your ability, day one may be rough, is what I'm saying. It might have a learning curve to it, what I've been told. But also apparently it seems to have a very high skill ceiling. So, it'll be rewarding to play and get good at. So, stick with it.
I love that. I absolutely love that.
So, fun fact. Mars was one of a couple names that it was going to potentially be.
Really?
I believe it's the multi-active or multi-something ARKS reactive system. I can't remember exactly how it became Mars, but one of the...
Can you tell us some of the names?
Oh, gosh. I'd have to dig way deep in my documents. But what I will say, one though, that we definitely didn't go with, and you'll know why if you've been paying attention to video games over the last 7 years or so. It was almost named ARMS. And if you think about it, it makes sense, right? Because they're like kind of an extension of your character. Or like Mars is an extension of your character, so ARMS kind of like that. But if you know video games, you might think that sounds a little too familiar to another thing that's out there. So we vetoed that in favor of Mars, which also kind of makes it a kind of a light sci-fi reference, not sci-fi, science reference. So but yeah, what's funny is that old habits kind of die hard. I've still seen some folks internally accidentally call it ARMS or correct themselves, and I correct myself too. I'm just like, oh, ARMS, I mean Mars.
That's so cool to like hear where these names come from.
Yeah. I mean, let's see here. Ellie, I'm not sure how to answer that question in the in-game chat. Sorry, y'all probably aren't seeing it on the stream, but question about, I believe, voice actors. I don't really have much of the details of that kind of stuff.
Yes, I was in photo mode.
Kind of look at things through a limited filter, but I do have fun things to share. I try to share it with y'all, whether that's through tweets on the official accounts or how we do it, which is something I still overlook, by the way. If you all may have noticed, we kind of rolled back the memes and the classic kind of like almost try too hard millennial humor. We're kind of relaxing on that a bit. I've been trying to kind of make it a little bit more standard.
It's funny though. I think so.
Still have fun
at least.
We're gonna have one kind of more big video soon. Also, so check that out. That's nothing of like significance of the game itself, just kind of more fun meme stuff. So we got another one in the works. Did y'all like the what we did for the April Fools, the Steam
Oh my god, that one was
encryption?
So funny. That was so funny.
Was surprised that like in full-on animation. Like I was like, wow.
I didn't expect that.
I put that together.
I don't know what I expected. But it wasn't bad.
It's April Fool's Day. You never know what to expect with these kinds of things, but
it was great. It was very well thought out. I think that was the best thing about it, is it was like silly and goofy, but like, I don't know. It was
I will
good.
Say,
very good job.
Had we had more time, more resources, and just basically more time and resources. One thing I wanted to do for saucy in the chat. One more thing, or one thing we wanted to do for April Fools this year was, this is super obscure, but in 2014, SEGA of America did an April Fool's Day prank called Rappy Bird, which was a parody of Flappy Bird, like the iOS game. And it was like a Flash game on the website, on the SEGA website. I wanted to port that to iOS for an April Fool's Day joke, like a full-on Rappy Bird port. Wouldn't that have been cool? I mean, obviously, we just didn't have the time or the funds for something that's,
She was
just a joke, but...
Have you ever played the game Flicky?
I think I played it in a SEGA compilation game, as a teen,
I think it's in Mega Collection or Gems Collection, when the Sonic...
One of those.
Yeah. I feel like a Rappy game like that would be kind of funny, and instead of the cats, it would be like dolls or something, or the ARKS. Because, Rappy Endangerment, we're not going to talk about that here.
Speaking of Rappy, and then you said, in a way, you said the word danger. If you remember my co-host, Danger, she's still on the team as well, kind of in a different career path now. So everyone, be very happy for her as well. She's doing
Yay! Good, That is amazing.
Let's see here.
All right, make sure you guys get those screenshots in.
Yeah. We've only got one more ship. This has flown right by.
It has. Because it's fun. It goes by so fast.
Yeah.
I feel like the intro feels longer than the show. So I'm like, all right, I'm ready to see. I'm ready to see. I'm ready to see. Yeah.
Of suspense. Maybe we could shorten that down to 5. I think we're all good with it at this point. We know how the show works.
Yeah, we can make it 5. We'll make it 5 next one. That'll give us a little bit more time to talk to you guys before we explore the ships too.
Definitely.
Ship 3, thanks for coming out big.
Tyranitar 06, David's doing well.
Oh, that's good. That's good to hear.
Yeah.
I know the community misses the streams. They talk about it all the time.
We take kind of a different approach these days, like I'm someone personally who's been very vocal about that. Like I like more innovative type interactive streams, kind of like this, kind of like Fantasy Festival we did. Some of y'all may have seen on the official SEGA YouTube channel, we did something called Puyo Rave a few months ago for Puyo Puyo Puzzle Pop.
I saw that.
Yeah, like those kinds of interactive streams are things that I'm big on. But kind of, David's show and like ARKS Hour and Headline Plus, those are more like podcast shows. We're trying to like innovate, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
With the live stream ideas. We will see.
I think this is a very good start. 100%. Because I like the fact that it's interactive as well. The community can come out on every ship, and we can all chill together, listen to some music that's really good, talk about PSO, talk about things even other than creative space. So I think it's a good start. And I'm sure you guys will have something even better in the future.
Yeah, we're working on stuff. I'm not gonna tease anything specific today, but we are always working on new things. Both in tandem with the game and separately and beyond. So we'll see what next is. But yeah, Ship 3. Thank you all so much. Big turnout. I'll be back home later for Skulls here.
Oh, I love you guys, you cuties.
It's good to see
you guys
all
weren't lying about armies. We're like, we're bringing our army. I'm like, okay. Well,
got some ship rivalry in the chat. We got someone saying Ship 2 is greater than Ship 3. Ooh. Spicy.
I think all ships are great. I'm the worst in the ship wars. I'm like, you're all great. Every ship has a different vibe,
I don't know. I'll be the divisive one. I'll say go Ship 2. Let's go, home team. Also Ship 4, because, Ship 4
I forgot I made a new
ship.
outfit. Ship 5 is best. Yes.
It'll be out of maintenance one day, right? Ship 5 and 6.
It's just being worked on, Needs some help.
It's real long, unscheduled maintenance.
I just imagine someone putting it together like a creative space.
All right, Skulls. What's our 4th creative space?
Our 4th creative space is Ice Castle Quest. That was
Wonderful.
Close. We almost had
it. This one was submitted a while ago, too. So, just an example that even if you submit yours and it isn't picked immediately, it might get picked later on. I'm sorry, my stream might be behind. Have you updated the overlay with the Ship 4?
I did not. We were still on Ship 3, that was my that was my passive aggressive participation in the ship war.
Oh, okay, I see. Tactics. I appreciate that.
It's totally not because clever. I forgot to press the button. It was definitely the.
Yeah. Got you. Okay.
All right, there you go, guys. Sorry about that. I'll meet you there. Until you see the market. I mean, I love Ship 3. It's my home, but I will say our market might be the most insane when it comes to fashion. Like insane high. It's just fashion in general. Right now, the market's a little all over the place because of this current scratch, but we'll see. Things kind of like change up after a while. I just started playing with keyboard and mouse and I was very confused because I don't play like that. All right. Hello, mysterious lady. All right, let's look at what this is. Oh, maybe I should take the stairs like a normal person. Hey, it's Human Gwiz.
That's right. I am in the flesh, not the feathers. Unless you're looking at the little box on the right side of your screen, in which case I still am. But yeah, Lady Silver. This is their spot, and submitted it a while ago. I think it's got like a mini game inside the ice castle.
Oh,
hence the name Ice Castle Quest.
That makes sense.
It's got, like lore and whatnot. So it's
also
pretty
a
cool.
wonderful day to have a rainbow tree. I will tell you guys, every time I host an event, I have a green tree. It makes me very sad. There's a ship out here. Of course, I got distracted by the small thing.
Very lucky to have it today.
What a wonderful host, giving us a rainbow tree. Thank you.
I know, right? Thank you. Oh my goodness, I found someone who is very similar to my Rappy. Hurtful Sun, shoutouts. Got the screenshot. I think they may have just logged off.
You scared them. Right, we got quite a lot of people here on ship 4 as well.
Yeah, it's been a pretty good
got
turnout.
27
for everybody today.
What is this? Oh, a crab trap! Oh my god. That's
you
so
know what
cute.
I woke up with in my head today? Like,
what?
Stuck in my head is, Mr. Krabs, I have an idea! From SpongeBob. I don't know why, I just thought of that, like, all morning. Just like...
I think our generation is cursed to, like, either randomly have SpongeBob references or everything is a SpongeBob reference. Because I reference SpongeBob more than I should at my age that I will not disclose.
The people growing up now will be in their 30s and they'll be like, Sigma, or something like that. I don't know, like, whatever like the terminally online speech that people call it. It's like,
they'll be like, haha, skibbity toilet.
Yeah, exactly. I'm surprised I haven't seen that in a creative space yet. You think that would be like a given,
true.
right?
Right?
Maybe an age demographic split, right? Like, no one who's playing this game is like young enough for Skibbity Toilet, I guess. I don't know.
Oh.
I'm definitely not. I'm not going to make it in my creative space. Y'all are going to have to do it on your own.
I can't break the box, but I can hide in the box.
There you go.
In case I needed some alone time. Ooh. I love the, like, stone Euro parts. They're so nice.
Yeah, Global Saber brings it up in the chat. Skibbity is getting a movie, which, like...
Oh, yeah, I saw that.
Question, is it a Half-Life movie? Like, because it's Gmod, right? Like,
yeah.
I don't know.
Is
it
Michael Bay directing it or something?
Is it? Oh my gosh, really? I don't know.
I think so.
It's wild.
If so, it will have explosions. So just know there will be lots and lots of explosions.
Yeah, it'll be like an amped up version of their videos they make for YouTube. I've only seen like one of them, and I don't know, it hurts my head to look at.
I've only seen like the like, I guess most popular one or whatever.
Yeah, the classic.
Yeah, and I was like, I don't know, and then the song got stuck in my head, and I was angry about it. I'm like, I'm too old for this.
Yeah.
Whee! Easy way down.
Yeah, I feel like if you're old enough to know what dial-up is, then probably,
oh my God,
you're probably aged out of that one a little bit. But
when you fight your sibling for being on the phone when you're trying to use the computer, or vice versa.
I wonder how many times that happened to people with bangs like your model has. Like, how many people got disconnected from MySpace back in the day?
Oh my goodness. MySpace.
Someone says, I need an All Your Base movie. That's a throwback right there. Here, this is like a cultural litmus test here, SkullsNightshade. Have you ever heard the phrase, all your base are belong to us?
Yes.
Okay, so, yeah. Verified millennial. Or at least a zillennial.
I even are belong to us for a lot of things.
Yeah. Got you. Okay.
I am, I think, in the middle of being. Oh, don't worry, I have the millennial powers and the debt. JK.
There you go.
All right. So anyway, student loan debt. Okay.
Of course.
All right. I got lost, I think, like 30 times. I have no clue where I am.
It's a pretty tough game, if I remember correctly. You kind of like follow the clues to like figure out what's next. So, but it is regardless if we figure it out or not, it is a very impressive space. Incredibly detailed. It is
very nice. Yes.
Like especially this room here, kind of like this, like I guess throne room is really crazy.
It's very nice. Even the like flowers up the walls, like they're vines. Yeah. So nice. I love it. Lots of detail.
Yeah, Lilypan Friend mentions Leroy Jenkins. I feel like that's the same era, but like definitely more mainstream, kind of like, but still the same like kind of early internet vibe. It's classic, right?
As a previous WoW player, that was mentioned quite a lot. Okay.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah. Can I just say also, since we're all here, so there's been this thing in the PSO2 community lately, all right, where some people noticed in certain regions that the game got changed to 18 plus, and I'm here today to tell you that there's not really anything to that. It's just like a compliance thing. But seeing afterwards how people reacted, especially when we had like all the anniversary illustrations that were like kind of lewd and whatnot, that was so funny. Everyone was like, wow, 18 plus rating really doing stuff for the game. People were like, oh wow, it's now mostly positive on Steam. Wow, must be.
Oh my goodness,
that's been so funny. So if y'all been making those memes, or maybe even believe it was the actual truth, just know that it's not like that. But that's been very funny to see. Like I found that very amusing.
See, I assumed it was probably a compliance thing too.
Yeah, it's not anything of.
But I thought that was pretty funny. The reaction was wild.
Yeah, it's been pretty goofy on X, on Twitter, as it were.
Yeah, I love it. Any PSO memes are good memes.
Well, the jury's still out on that. Does it? Okay, let's see here. Throwback. Does anyone remember Blue's Clues discourse?
Blue's Clues discourse? What do you mean? Like with Steve's?
Yes. So there was this time that we posted a Steve meme on the PSO2 Twitter like 2 or 3 years ago.
Oh no.
And it was a time where there was like heightened, obviously like people were frustrated with the game, more so at least on Twitter than like these days it's a little more mellowed out in the replies at least, but like in that moment it was very heated. And so I felt like we had a meme post, and then so a lot of people were like, it was just a Blue's Clues meme, but it kind of created discourse. So then this term in the replies kept coming up, Blue's Clues discourse. If you were there, you know what I mean. Like it was a very goofy moment in the Phantasy Star New Genesis global lore.
I could only imagine because I remember what Twitter replies used to be like. I'm like, oh god. Like if I went over anything on stream, I'm like, I can't scroll through the replies, guys. I can't. They were a little rough. A little aggressive.
I think people kind of eventually chilled out a little bit, but there was all kinds of different goofy.
I don't remember. Oh my god, that's so funny.
Do you remember
I probably saw the meme in passing and like moved past it.
Did you ever see the billboard meme we did? Like the Final Fantasy 14 parody?
Yes, I saw that one. That was like last year or the year before, maybe?
Yeah, it was version 2 launch day, I think.
Yeah, there we go.
Or the same week of, or something like that.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. I thought that was funny. But I had like just recently found out about the Final Fantasy stuff because like I didn't play 14 and Chrono told me. And I was like, what happened? Then a couple weeks later, the meme, and I'm like, oh my god.
That's our like best performing meme we've ever done. And it wasn't even run up by Phantasy Star players. It was run up by people who play that game. So it's
oh my goodness.
Like, I guess they found it funny. So
that's so funny. It's so funny the things that like catch on and get a attraction like that.
Yeah, that's just some internet deep lore. So. Oh, and yeah, Moofy says tomorrow in chat. Yeah, that was another classic, the Tomorrow Lilipan.
Oh, I see. SEGA should add the Carlton dance. Oh my gosh, that would be great. That would be amazing.
Yeah, maybe.
Can we get the licensing for the song?
Yeah, like, for example, like a game like, you know, like Fortnite or something like that'll have like licensed song dances. I've always wondered, like, what would that be like in Phantasy Star? Like,
yeah.
You know, the closest thing I guess we've got is like Space Channel 5 dances and stuff like that. So.
Oh, that's true. That's true. Yeah, that would be really cool if we could get stuff like that. I mean, there's the Oshinoko dance.
That's true. There's been some other like little miscellaneous collabs, so.
Yeah. Hopefully. We don't know what the future holds. I mention all the time that the headlines have been, like, we used to feel like we could predict a lot on there, and now, like, we just don't know. Like, we just don't know what to expect. Like, there's things that are obvious, like maybe a new event because of what time of the year it is, or maybe, like, this, we knew that they were talking about Mars this time, but, like, other than that, like, it's always a surprise, so I wouldn't be surprised if we got some major pop culture reference thrown into PSO. Also, what am I looking at? There's this Lilipan I don't think it's okay.
It's got some issues, but it's okay.
All right. Well, you know, as long as it's happy.
Yeah, I guess so. So Skulls, let's see here. You've got all kinds of different things going on. I gotta say, I've been appreciating your Shadow Generations coverage.
Thanks. I have way more, just on the back burner.
Yeah, definitely looking forward to playing that here in a few months with y'all. We'll see here. And then, what else we got on the agenda? Obviously, we had Headline this last week, so if y'all haven't checked that out, be sure to do so.
The Headline was really good.
Yeah, I'm glad. I know there were some announcements in there, obviously. Like, it's never like 100%, like, all thumbs up from everyone. But I was going through the comments the other day and trying to kind of like figure out what the key takeaways were, and it seemed like there was, you know, some people had some differing opinions, so kind of weighing those and figuring it out, delivering it back to the team, and you know, we definitely deliver your all's feedback consistently. You know, it doesn't always materialize into something like immediately, or but you know, in various little ways, and then and also in some more significant ways. Kind of like we talked about Reward Box earlier. That was a way that, you know, the global community impacted the game systems. So also just like kind of the heightened rare drop rates we get across things like the, you know, Super Fantasy Festival, stuff like that. A lot of that came from our team kind of like working with the JP team to see, you know, what we could do. I love
those. I love it. I feel like it gives everyone motivation to farm.
I'm glad of that. I mean, and obviously continue to, you know, as we have headlines, and, you know, maybe if it's something you do like or you don't like, or something you'd like to see changed, or maybe it's almost what you want it to be but it's not quite there, like, obviously always please share that kind of stuff, because it's super important. I think a lot of times people get kind of lost in the weeds on it, and, you know, believe me when I say I'm glad whenever y'all are critical, because that gives me something to work with that I can present, you know. So don't worry, you're not gonna hurt the community team's feelings by giving NGS, you know, some honest truths.
Criticism is always helpful. Just have to present it
important
in a non-toxic way.
That's true.
But true. Yeah, I mean, it does help. There's a lot of things that we've noticed as a community, and we talk about in my chat all the time, that we've just mentioned, maybe even just in chat, and then we see something similar or that thing incorporated into the game. So it may not happen immediately, and I think that's the thing that sometimes discourages people, but just knowing that they are getting our feedback, they are listening to what we want and things that we dislike or things that could be better in the game is awesome. And it's, I don't know, it's just, it keeps the community outgoing and just happy happy about what's coming. Hopeful.
As long as, we're doing, what we can with the tools that we have, obviously, I'm just a community manager. Like, I'm not, success on your screen.
We did it. Yeah, we danced too. That was the secret.
Oh, I see. Yeah, I mean, like, we'll continue to do what we can with what we have from our global perspective side. I don't want to, promise you the world and not deliver on it, but at the same time, I don't want to say that, like, all hope is lost and there's nothing we can do collectively. We can definitely continue providing your feedback, so please do. And I want to say thank you also for everyone who's continued to support PSO2 New Genesis. This game is... It is what it is. I don't know. No, Phantasy Star Online 2 New Genesis, it's been kind of a crazy path, right? Because we had launch, and there was a lot of lag at launch, there was not a lot of content at all. There was a lot of kind of miscommunications, I think, between the player base and the dev team at the time, and, there was miscommunications from the people carrying the message, people like me, like, I'll own that. But we're in a better spot now in terms of communication. I feel like I have personally a lot of rapport with the Phantasy Star team. So, we'll keep, as long as I'm at SEGA, I'm going to keep trying to push things in the right direction for you guys. So,
yay!
Yeah, thank you all so much, as always, for, supporting New Genesis, supporting Phantasy Star in general. We got that tabletop game coming out. So please check that out. I'm gonna, by the way, some of the feedback we got this morning about the Blu-ray disc, I'm gonna take that feedback to the SOJ and see what we can do. Maybe Amazon can distribute to more regions. I can't promise anything. Again, this is not a tease, this is not an announcement. I am gonna take that feedback. Like, that's just one example, right? Is I'm gonna see what we can do. So, I will continue behind the scenes working for y'all. Please continue supporting Skulls and all of your NGS official creators. Again, I just want to say thank you all so much over the last 4 years for kind of being patient with me as I learned and discovered things about this community, as this community learned and discovered things about the way the games are made, the motivations of the publishers and the developers. I've been really thankful, and it hasn't been easy the whole time, but I'm glad that I was the one to do it and kind of bear that brunt sometimes, because I really love Phantasy Star Online. Phantasy Star Universe, Phantasy Star Online 2, and Phantasy Star Online 2 New Genesis. I just want to...
We can all tell.
Yes.
100%.
So thank you. Sorry. Getting in my emotions. Like it's the good old days, right? So, thank you all so much again for supporting the game, and we're going to keep doing what we can, and we're looking forward to the future always. So, thank you, Skulls, for having me on.
Oh, of course. All right, if everyone wants to get a pose ready, we can take our screenshot right here. But I did want to mention, it's really awesome, and I'm glad we could do this together, because we've had House Party going for a while. I want to say, as a continuation of what you said about supporting the creators, keep supporting each other too. I know I'm not the most social person. I do things on my own a whole lot. It's just, I'm a little anxious demon girl. But, I love seeing you guys, collab together. I love seeing our raid start at Phantasy Star, and then I wake up in the morning and it's on another Phantasy Star streamer still, because the love just kept going. I love seeing that, and I really want that to keep going. And if you guys ever want to hang out with me, you can tell me. I'm sorry if I don't say anything. I'm just the anxiety tells me if I say hi, then the world is going to explode. So then here we are.
Well,
and somehow that makes for a good event host. Don't know how.
Hey, you're killing it. I'm super proud of you. I mean, I also want to point out that, this show, Phantasy Star House Party, this was built around Skulls, what she does, right? This was a recognition from our team of the great events that Skulls throws, and kind of tailor-making this particular type of streaming show for the skills that she has. So, this is her show, first and foremost. This is the most senpai
moment I've ever had, I think.
Oh. Well, do you remember? I mean, the first time you ever talked to me, you were like, it was in one of your streams. You were like, gee whiz, you gotta help me out. We gotta teach me your ways. And I was just like, And then you interviewed me later on because of TwitchCon, I believe.
Yeah, it was a TwitchCon, I think 2022.
Yes, yeah. And then you asked to host Phantasy Star or Fantasy Festival if we did another one, right? But
yeah.
We didn't end up doing another Fantasy Festival, but that kind of planted the seeds for like Skulls would be a great host, like on the official channel, right? So, and Skulls is gonna win a Phantasy Star Online 2 backpack and a bunch of other swag that I picked up.
Yay!
So, I'm gonna get that to y'all soon.
But like realistically, I wouldn't even be hosting events if it wasn't for the community. Like I wouldn't have found that route.
Yeah.
I don't think like I've done like talk shows a little bit in the past. I've done other like special events occasionally, but I never ever imagined or even considered going down this avenue. And like Phantasy Star led me to that. Actually, another official creator, C1. Hosted a fashion show with a bunch of creators, and that was my first time ever hosting an event, and that kind of pushed me to do it. And just seeing the community support it and the community get excited and be like, hey Skulls, when's the next fashion show? And like, I don't know, it's it's awesome. It's amazing, and I'm very proud of that. I know I can be a little self-deprecating sometimes, but I'm very proud of that, and I hope that we can just see our events getting better and better. And like, I do this for you guys. I like you guys having fun. Is it fun to host them? Yes, but if you guys aren't having fun, then, you know, what's the point of the event? I just want to make them better and better, bigger and bigger. And yeah, thank you, Phantasy Star, for giving me a chance to actually do an official event. It's insane. Yeah, I still pinch myself every time I get the message for one. I'm like, oh, this is real. I forgot. This happens.
I mean, look, like many people, more so for SEGA than a lot of places I've come to learn, kind of grew up playing SEGA games and had the dream of maybe one day I could work on a SEGA game. So I definitely feel you when, you occasionally have to pinch yourself and be like, wow, this is really happening.
Yes.
And a theme across a lot of our shows, whether it's all the way back in ARKS Hour, NGS Headline Plus, or even now, especially now with Phantasy Star House Party, is I just wanted you all to be able to get involved, to be able to point at, maybe it's 10 years from now, and maybe we're playing, this or that or whatever, and you can point back to this old episode where like, oh yeah, remember, there's my friend from this ship, and yeah, we were part of this meetup, or maybe my creative space was featured, or my screenshot was featured, or something like that. I definitely want to create those good SEGA memories with you guys, because I think SEGA is a special brand.
Mm-hmm. Now you're making me kind of emotional, because like I feel the same way. Like, I don't have the best relationship with my mother, but the first time or the last time I talked to her, I was like, this is so amazing. You know how much I love Sonic. Like, I grew up playing Sonic, and now I get to do stuff. I mean, technically with Sonic, not really. But now I get to do stuff with SEGA, and I get a little piece of that. Like, there's Sonic things in game. We do Sonic events. I get to meet other Sonic players who are fans of other SEGA games, and then
Sonic
we talk about things like
community are hand in hand, right? So I mean, like, it's two in the same. So.
Exactly. And I just like remember that moment really made it hit home that like this is the most amazing opportunity ever.
Wow.
So
believe me, I definitely think that you, amongst many other really talented folks in the Phantasy Star community, deserve to kind of have their creations elevated, and we can only do so much with a show like this, and like retweeting official creators' videos and the occasional screenshot and fan art and stuff like that. But I am very proud of everybody who's held your head up high and created cool things and met friends playing a video game. These are the memories that you'll take from this game. More than anything is the people you met and the fun that you had together. So.
Yep, exactly. Also, happy birthday, Hoodie!
Happy birthday! Woo!
And anyone else whose birthday has been recent, happy birthday.
Okay, attention, Chili's. We have a birthday. We've got happy birthday. Happy fritters for you. Happy birthday. Yes. Sorry. That was like an old Jewish moment again. My bad. Yeah. So good to see you all. And stay tuned to this YouTube channel for more fun vids and NGS Headline and House Party. And then we're working on some other stuff too. So we'll keep making fun stuff. Again, are we wrapping up now? I have to check the time.
We are.
Yeah, okay, we're kind of wrapping up. I'm working on a lot of things, Phantasy Star and otherwise, so please just keep an eye out for that. Recently hosted a Puyo Puyo stream. Gonna be hosting another one soon, so check that out.
It was awesome.
I'm glad that you enjoyed that. We're doing a whole new concept, so and I'm working on some other things that you'll see in the near future as well. So have a very fearless year of Shadow, everybody. I'm super proud of you, all of y'all, and Skulls as well. And thank you for having me.
Yes, of course she was. Thank you for being on here with me. So we're nearing the end, guys, of the Phantasy Star House Party. Thank you to all of you guys who let me visit your creative space. I love creative spaces. Anyone who watches my content knows that. If you guys do want to check more of my content out outside of this, I stream Monday through Friday on twitch.tv/SkullsNightshade. I also have a YouTube channel, youtube.com/@SkullsNightshade, where I make content. Now my channel is going to be basically just Phantasy Star, mostly fashion guides, but also other things like the headline, as well as Sonic content. And yeah, but yes, it was a pleasure. Now we are going to show you guys the keyword. All right, make sure you guys tell your friends and tell them to join us at the next house party. Bye, everyone.
Thank you, everybody. Bye-bye. Bye.